And the Preston players starting to look pretty tired on it. And the mark has been paid to Rennick on the outer side of the ground. So Rennick now comes in for his kick, plays it towards that half-forward line. Up comes Lorenzini, and Lorenzini's held it. A long way out from goal on the right half-forward flank. Scores are reading, Prahran 2014, Preston 16-13 on the Dunlop All-Stars scoreboard. We have Brian Sleeman up here with us too to present the keys for the Ford Falcon. Right after the match, as the ball goes on its way towards the centre forward zone, a juggling one, and the umpire will pay the mark down here to Can. So Can, right in front of goal, should be able to score, but time running out. He's kicked 3 so far. Lorenzini's coming off for Preston. On the far side of the ground, there's the kick on its way, it's a goal, and Preston go to 17-13, Prahran 2014. Right, and back here once again, the ball bounced in the centre, tapped over the head there. Marks with good play to Marshall. Marshall then pushes it up here towards King. King goes for the long kick downfield, and what's happening here? It's gone over, I think that could be a free. A push in the back, and quite right. All right, Anderson now with his kick towards the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. And the mark has been taken again by McGuinness. Well, McGuinness now coming in from the half-back line, plays it to the wing on the outer side of the ground. Time running out at the 23.5-minute mark. It's forced over the line and out of bounds. We remind you also that we will be presenting the Minties Award of $1,000, or announcing it today. And the winner will be showing you some of those who participated in the final. The final has been judged, and we have Mr. Ken Brown of Browntree Hoadley here to announce that winner a little later on after the scenes in the dressing rooms today. There's the hand pass coming across here to Austin. Austin coming from the centre of the ground up towards Kim Smith. Smith goes up, tried to double back on the ball, but it's a kick this time by Kelly. Kelly towards centre forward, and it's Priest coming into it now. Priest will play it towards the half-back line on the stand side of the ground. Ball eluding Ringham, and coming through now is Thornton. Thornton lines him up, it's on its way. And it's 1 point only. So Prahran to 20 goals, 15, 135. Preston 17, 13, 115. 24.5 minutes. Can you put that over? Righto, now we're just waiting on the kick here to be taken from Walsh. Walsh towards the centre of the ground, and the chance now for Marshall to bear in on the ball. Marshall with the long kick down towards the big fellow, and Gonzalez comes out to take the mark. Gonzalez has kicked 3. Lines them up pretty deliberately, kicking towards that scoreboard end. He's hooked it, I think. Goal umpire watches it closely, and 1 point only the result. So Preston to 17-14, 116. Prahran 20-15, 135. End of time on. Here's Don Hyde.
Okay, Phil, waiting for the ball to be put back into play again from that last line of defence. 135 to 116. Prahran leading as we move into the time on period, and this is the last quarter. Waiting for the ball to be put back into play again by Kerry Foley, the full-back position. Kerry Foley has got a pretty good full-back in the game today. Right, there's the ball kicked away by Kerry Foley up towards the half-back line. Opportunity for Pepe. The ball knocked away for him. Picked up by Marks. Marks gets a handball going across here. It eventually comes across to McConnell. McConnell's kick is smothered by Chapman, and the ball is out of bounds on the half-forward line for the Preston side. 135 plays 116. Time on being played in the grand final, and Prahran in front. Preston desperately trying to get back into the game. The ball into the full forward zone. Opportunity here, and touch through for 1 point. 1 point it is to Preston. Right, the ball back in play again, and upfield the mark is taken by Stephen Ray. Ray now kicks the ball downfield towards Wayne Johnson. Johnson now putting the ball into an attacking position. The Prahran down to the half-forward line. Kim Smith has marked it at centre half-forward for Prahran. At the moment, Prahran lead 135 to 117 in the grand final as Kim Smith, a drop pump kick, puts the ball in towards goal. A pretty straight sort of a kick. And he's put it through for his 7th goal. And Prahran wrapped the grand final up if they hadn't had it wrapped up before. Kim Smith, a focal point in attack all day for the Prahran side. And there's his immediate opponent, Walsh, who's tried particularly hard. But Kim Smith, a very experienced full forward, 7 goals to his name. And Prahran, with only a few minutes to go, premiers for 1978. Play underway again. Martin versus Pepe. Martin tries to pick it up off the ground. Coming through hard was Marshall. Play very scrambly at the moment. Players going in hard. And the free kick will go to Harold Martin. Martin gets a hand pass going to Marks. Marks pulled around the neck and will get the free kick.
Well, you could say how close it was.
Marks on the half-forward line, putting the ball into an attacking position. Gonzalez is up. Yes, he's going to be paid the mark. Bruce Gonzalez, the big giant full forward for the Preston side, after a very good mark. A chance to score a goal from pretty well directly in front. He's already kicked 3 goals. And there's his kick. Oh, he's missed it. A bad miss. And Preston, I think, sensing that they're a beaten side and everything going against them at the moment, including that very poor kick by Gonzalez. Gonzalez has kicked 3 goals, 5 for the match.
Looking at the Brian Sleeman forward pick the points, and until that stage, until that point went through, it was a draw between Mrs. E. Eagles and Mrs. Burke, but it looks as though Mrs. Eagles now will win it on 265, 260 have been kicked. Here goes the kick around the boundary line, and it comes through towards Austin. Austin now tried to get the hand pass in, but Preston tried to get it back into attack, this time through McConnell. McConnell now from the centre, roosts it up towards centre forward, but again we have the mark being taken down here by Foley in defence. Coming up to final siren time. And here's the kick coming in towards the centre of the ground now. Taking it away here is Towan, by the look of it, wasn't it? Gets it down towards Marshall, and Marshall to centre half forward, where it's Gonzalez to take the mark. Gonzalez a long way out from goal. He goes for his long kick now. Plays it up towards the centre forward zone, off the hands of the players, and it's Foley who picks it up to play it towards the half-back line. Foley gets it out in front of the stands. Players race across, and it's Pepe who gets it. Pepe doesn't mind. He got grabbed, we're not in possession, and I think the umpire's given him the free kick. Right, let's look at our best player award. Fred Cook.
I think McGuinness has been the best player on the ground today. He's probably one of the few players who've been consistent. He's had 19 kicks, he's had taken 6 marks, and he's put in over the whole 4 quarters. So for my vote, I go for McGuinness as the best player in the 1978 Grand Final.
Okay, Fred, so there we are. Ian McGuinness. Ian McGuinness wins a pair of Puma boots and also the bag, and not forgetting the second prize, and that's the final siren. So that's it for the end of the game. A total of 119. Now Eddie Mealy is in the rooms with a camera, and we'll be taking you into Eddie just as soon as we can. Nick Irwin being cheered by the crowd here as they race out onto the ground. And a great win by the Prahran team. What a magnificent effort, Don.
Yes, it was, Phil. It was a great effort by Prahran, and I think they won it with a great third quarter effort when they really poured the goals on, and they certainly deserved to win.
Fred Cook, great game.
It was a great game of football here today. Prahran deserved to win. They put in for 4 quarters, as did McGuinness, their best player. It's a tribute to Mickey Irwin for the effort he's put in this year. He took a side that were down last year, and he worked through it. He took a chance, I thought, with players such as Kekovich and Prahran, and he's moulded into a top combination, and well done, Prahran.
Righto, thank you very much, Ted. And a tick will be going into the Prahran dressing room, but the players can't get off the ground out here at the moment. Ted Henrys is in the Preston rooms, but let's take this break.